it's Megan and I am going to mask with you tonight. I'm so excited because I'm going to use something that I have wanted to try for so long. It's the Dr. Brandt Magnetite Age Defier Skin Recharging Magnet Mask. And it's a mask that you apply kind of like a clay mask, and then it has a magnet that pulls the mask off and leaves you with a serum on your face. As I almost drop it and ruin everything. It has a little spatula, that's so cool. But yeah, I am going to talk to you about some entertainment stuff because this week I have been all about entertainment. Like you guys know, usually I am just in general, but this week I've been like entertainment overload. I've been listening to podcasts. I have 2 different ones to talk to you guys about, and I've seen 2 movies this week. I talked to you guys about Paddington 2 already, and I have 2 entertainment apps to tell you about. So I definitely have like quite a bit to cover with you. But I'll start with the podcast because I feel like, I don't know, I think a lot of people like podcasts and it's not an entertainment that I seek out to learn about. But when I find a new podcast to listen to that I really enjoy, I want to share it with you guys. So the first one that I discovered is Forever 35, which is run by 2 women, Kate and Dory, which I love that name. And I feel like Kate sounds just like Kristen Wiig, so I imagine Kristen Wiig talking when Kate is talking. But it's basically an amazing podcast about self-care, whether that's through skincare or like healthy living. A lot of it is about like beauty, which is awesome because we love that shit. So I've been listening to that. My first episode that I listened to was about masking, and so that was like my first one that I was like, yes, these people get me, and they just have this really great rapport with each other. They're very, very relatable, and I finally went back to the first episode today and listened to that, and they were telling a little bit about themselves, and Dory, is it Dory? Yes, Dory and her husband also have a podcast about their experience going through in vitro fertilization, which I'm not at that stage in my life, but I really, really like Dory and how she communicates. So I feel like I would listen to that just to listen to her talk, and I think that's a really interesting subject and something that I might deal with in the future. So it's just really cool. I really, really like them, and they have been giving like some great recommendations, and they also talk just like normal people. Like it's not like they're these beauty experts or something. Like this is just something that they do for fun, and I really enjoy that. And then the second podcast that I just discovered today, but I had to tell you guys, is Money Splained. And I'll link all this stuff down below so you guys don't have to like search high and low for it. But this is an amazing like intro to finance podcast that I'm so excited to listen to more episodes. Like every episode is a different topic, and she goes through just like the most basic way of explaining things, and then she also has like experts or people that she knows in her life talk with her about different aspects of finance. Like the first episode was about interest rates, bonds, and credit unions, which I'm part of credit union. I'm so glad that I am because I think it's much better than a normal bank. But it was just so cool to be listening to a girl similar to my age. She's 29, she said, and it was just so empowering to be like, yes, I want to learn more about this. I want to be in control of my finances even more than I already feel I am. And it was just this amazing feeling listening to it today. So definitely check both of those out, especially if you like to listen to something while you drive. I know tomorrow when I'm driving to Alyssa's house for a fun girls weekend, I am definitely going to listen to so many episodes of Money Splained, and oh, I'm so excited. I'm geeking out so hard. Okay, I'm gonna, actually, let's leave the glasses on to read. But I'm gonna apply this as I continue talking to you. So it has instructions on the box. This is like a mini size that came in that Beauty Unmasked set that Chloe got me. So it says, step 1, using the spatula, spread a thin layer. Step 2, leave on for 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll leave it on as I'm talking to you. Step 3, wrap magnet with tissue and glide over face. So then the mask like adheres to the tissue. And yeah, I have no idea what this is supposed to do to your skin, but we gonna find out. So it's a nice little container, and I wanted to try this because Blair Fowler talks about this mask a lot, or at least she used to. I'm not sure if she still uses it because she switched her skincare and her skin looks amazing, but she used to use this a lot, and it just got me so excited about like a cool and interesting mask. Okay, so the other movie I saw this week so I saw Paddington on Tuesday, and then yesterday I saw The Florida Project, which I am so glad that I was able to see in theaters because I really prefer watching movies in theaters. I don't mind watching TV shows at home or anything like that. I don't even mind watching movies at home, especially now that I have a sound bar in my room. Just makes it like more like the theater experience. But movies really are better in theaters to me. So this one little theater near me was still showing The Florida Project. And so I went last night. The tickets were only $4. So I got me my $4 ticket and I went and got my free popcorn because you signed up for their emails, you got a free popcorn. So it was like so ridiculously cheap. It was insane. I was the youngest person there by like 40 years. I'm pretty sure like people just go to this theater and just see whatever movie is out because it's so inexpensive. This spatula is pretty annoying to use, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm just gonna use my hands. So I went by myself. I really enjoy going to movies by myself. If I go to the movies, I either like to go with Michael or my mom, like my family, but I really enjoy going by myself as well. So I settled in and I got there right before the show time, which thank God I did because they started right at the show time. I don't think I've ever been to a movie where it started right at showtime. So I settled in and I really only knew that it was going to be based near Disney World. And the main character is a little girl, and it was just gonna show like the other side of Disney, and of outside of Disney where it's not as like touristy and like affluent and stuff. But I didn't really know what that meant because I didn't read reviews. I love going into movies blind or close to blind and just enjoying whatever happens. So yeah, I just really didn't know what to expect. So the movie starts, I don't even know how to explain this film other than it is reality. It is just portraying life. And it might not be your life or my life or anyone's life that we know personally, but it's showing a part of life that is so real and so honest, and it's just this raw, pure version of reality. And it was such an interesting movie. Like, I enjoyed watching it so much, and William Dafoe really was amazing in this. And I can't wait to rewatch it because Michael wants to see it, and so I know when it comes out on demand or something, we'll watch it together. But it made you feel so many things and made you feel them so intensely. Like, there were parts that made you feel so happy and so like hopeful, because even though it's not all through the little girl's perspective, it's showing what she sees, and it also showed what adults see, and you could see how different it is. And all of us know things are so much easier, or seem easier, as a child, because you don't really know all the complexities and all of the things that people have to do to stay afloat in the world. And the last scene was incredible. It was devastating, but again, so full of hope, and it was so good. I could continue to unpack this, but I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, because I really want you to enjoy it the way that I did, without really knowing what I was going to get out of it. And I got so much more than I ever expected. So definitely try to see the Florida Project, and I hope you really, really enjoy it like I did. So that was the movie that I saw. I'm also watching, I didn't even look at the time to know how many minutes I've had it on. So it's 8:20, so we'll wait till like 8:25 or something. But Grace and Frankie, I've been watching that and absolutely loving this new season. I've been really trying to slowly savor this show, because usually I just like try to consume my TV shows so quickly, and I get like a rush out of finishing shows. But with a show like Grace and Frankie, where I followed it for 3 full seasons, now this is the 4th season, I just want to enjoy my time with the characters. I really love the characters in this show. I love Brianna, I love Mel, or Mal, I guess it is. I always call her Mel, but I guess it's Mal. Coyote, oh my god, he hasn't been in the show too much as far as I've seen. He's kind of like a more minor character. And then Bud, he's so sweet, oh my god. He honestly reminds me so much of Michael, just so kind and giving, and so sweet. Oh my god, I just love him. And obviously Grace and Frankie, I feel like I'm Saul. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this, but I am like 95% I'm Saul. Like, if I took a quiz online to see what character I am, I'm so sure that I would be Saul. Like, things that he does, I'm like, that's me. Like, it's so bizarre, but it's really interesting to see someone so similar to yourself, but he's like an old man and I'm a 25-year-old girl, or woman, I guess. But it's pretty funny. So I've been really loving Grace and Frankie. And what else? Oh, apps. Okay, so oh my gosh, I love when you guys give me like advice or things that I've never heard of before. One of my subscribers, Jalen, you told me about this. Oh my god. It's called Letterboxd. B-O-X-D. There's no E in boxed. And it's basically this amazing database, forum, wonderland that is all about movies. And you can add movies to a watch list. Like, I Instagrammed yesterday that I use Wunderlist, which is an amazing app to make to-do lists. I use Wunderlist to keep track of movies that I want to see. Now I can have them on this app. You can see the pictures of the movies you want to see. And you can click on it, you can see like a little description about it, you can see where to watch it, and then you can also read reviews. It's kind of like IMDb, but with reviews, and it's just, I think it's just such a nice interface that they're using. And I've already discovered new stuff to check out. Like, I had no idea that Haim has a short film on YouTube called Valentine that's showing the making of their recent album, which I love that album. And I had no idea that this existed, and everyone's like gushing about it because I searched by, like on the front page you can see the popular films right now, but then if you press reviews you can see people's reviews of like the most recent movies that they've seen. And so I found a bunch of different ones that I had never even heard of before, or ones that I wanted to see but then I forgot about. So I'm just so excited. You can review stuff, you can rank stuff, and then the watch list to me is probably the coolest thing. And oh, I'm so happy. And then so this app I downloaded first, and then I remembered when we were seeing The Shape of Water. Oh my god, love that movie. They had a preview, or not a preview, a commercial for Fantasy Movie League. So you guys know fantasy football, fantasy baseball, basketball, whatever, all the sports. Now there is a Fantasy Movie League. So you can make a, like, it's basically like you're filling your theater with current movies, and you only have a certain number of like dollars to spend to put the movies into your theater. So like the most recent releases are going to be more expensive, the movies that have been out the longest are going to be the least. And so then at, I guess, the end of the week you'll get, or at the end of the weekend, because it's like a weekend thing to see what the profit is, then you'll get points based on what movies you had in your theater. And I honestly don't know too much about it because I just started it today. But if you're a movie geek like me, definitely download those apps. And oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. Thank you so much, Jalen, for telling me about this, because I'm so touched when you guys recommend stuff to me that you know I'll like, because you know me, and that's such a beautiful thing. So I really appreciated it. It's time to take this mask off. Okay. It doesn't really feel like anything. I thought it would be like warming or something, but this is the magnet, and I don't have tissue paper, but I have toilet paper, so I'm just gonna wrap it like once. Okay. I wish I could see. Like, I hate when I don't wear my contacts or my glasses. I'm literally blind. So I have to see. This is unfair. I'll just put them on so I can see this. Okay. Oh my god. Do you guys see this? Is it doing it? Oh my god. That is wild. It's not leaving any residue. Oh my god, look at that. What on earth is this? This is like witchcraft. So you kind of have to like, okay, I think I'm smearing it now. You kind of have to like touch it to your face, but like barely. Oh my god, this is so neat. This is like a science experiment. Okay, I feel like you have to move this. It's like adhering to the magnet. Oh my god. Okay, I think you should definitely use a tissue. I'm gonna go get my puffs because I don't think this toilet paper is thick enough, so BRB. Okay, so now I have my puffs. And also I forgot to tell you guys, my computer almost crashed and died on me today. It was terrifying. This is so crazy. So yeah, kind of like put it on your face like you're swiping. And then it just like picks it up. Oh my god. I hope you can see this. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Oh my god. Yeah, because like when it gets like so much, I feel like that's the most annoying part so far. Yeah, the puffs are definitely better because they don't rip when you take it off, because the mask just wants to adhere to the magnet. Okay, glasses are coming off. You guys will have to tell me what you're seeing. Magic, right? This is so cool. It makes you like wonder, there's no way this is good for your skin. Like, why would this be good? Like, why would this be better than a normal mask? I don't know, but it's just more fun. It looks like little hairs. I don't know if you can see it. It's so weird. I look crazy. I look like Squidward. Okay. So this weekend, I'm going to Alyssa's tomorrow. So excited because I haven't seen her in quite some time. So we're gonna have a fun girls' night and then time on Saturday together to, like, she moved to a new place. So we're gonna explore a little bit and just have hella fun because we always do together. And then Saturday afternoon, Michael and I are going to surprise P.F. Chang's, our favorite place in the world. My family has been obsessed with P.F. Chang's for years. Like, ever since I was looking for colleges, and the first time I ever went was in Rochester, New York. And my mom always traveled for work, so she knew all about like cool restaurants and stuff. And so her and her coworker always went to P.F. Chang's, and he was vegetarian, and so it made it harder to find like awesome places to go that had good vegetarian food and also good normal food. So I shouldn't say normal, I should say food with meat in it. So they started to go to P.F. Chang's all the time because pretty much everywhere they went was, I'm a mess. I don't know how you would do this without becoming a total mess. They usually went to major cities, and so they had way awesomer places than small towns do. So we started to go to P.F. Chang's when I was in high school. We have always loved it so much. We still love it to this day. And oh my god. Oh my god, this feels amazing. It leaves behind something. Like a serum. Okay, I need to wash my hands. But anyway, long story short, we're obsessed with P.F. Chang's, and now Michael, my boyfriend, realized the amazingness that is P.F. Chang's Mongolian beef. So now he is obsessed with going to P.F. Chang's. I think we've been there pretty much every weekend for definitely since we went to Boston. We've been there pretty much every weekend, at least once. And note that there is none near me. So when he is here and we want P.F. Chang's, we have to drive 45 minutes in each direction to get it. But we still do it because we're psychos. So we're going to get P.F. Chang's for lunch. Then we're going to see three billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri together. And then I just realized before I started to talk to you guys that there's a Dave & Buster's right there where we're going. And I've always wanted to go to Dave & Buster's, and I've told him, I want to go to Dave & Buster's, like it's my dream to go to Dave & Buster's, what a dream, right? But I love skee ball, so I'm assuming that they have skee ball. If not, I'm gonna leave, but I really want to go, so I'll probably ask him if we can play a few games before we leave and go home. But yeah, so that's my exciting weekend plans. But damn, this feels so good. The second ingredient is dimethicone though. So that is probably part of what is making your skin feel so nice and smooth. Let's see if there's anything like really good in here. Lavender oil, bergamot oil, geranium flower oil, chamomile flower oil. So there's like oils, but there's a lot of other stuff in this. But oh, it makes your skin feel really good. So it was awesome talking to you guys. It was awesome doing this fun mask with you. If you've ever tried this or if you want to try it, let me know. I think that this is really an interesting product. However, I feel like I used a lot of it. I probably only have one more use in here. And this is a 0.6 ounce, 18 gram container. So I don't know how many ounces the full size has, but if you would assume that this has 2 uses, 9 grams per use, divide by whatever amount of grams are in the full size, and that's how many uses you might or might not get. But it's definitely an interesting product, something that is super unique to me, and I've been doing a lot of just basic sheet masks lately, so I thought I would do something fun with you tonight. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!